Hey everyone, I want to introduce you to Dubai's diverse music scene. Welcome guys to another series of the DXB music scene. My name is Arkham, a multi-soul singer. It's a pleasure to have Yana Mann, singer, producer, and quite a lot more. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
I've heard a lot about music, but I want to get to know a bit more about yourself. I know you're into the opera music, but not quite what we expect. Tell us a bit more about yourself and your music.
So I'm a classically trained singer, and I started at a very young age to study classical music and to sing in an opera house in St. Petersburg, where I'm from, as a mezzo-soprano, which is a middle-range female voice. I started training when I was very young, and I joined opera house, Mariinsky Theater in St. Petersburg when I was 12. So when I continued developing my voice, train, and that's basically how I started to, from a classical music background.
Why opera? Why did you choose opera?
In St. Petersburg, we have a huge opera house, very famous stage and a theater in the world. And as a child, I was joining different choirs, music school, and I auditioned in opera house when I was very young. And they accepted me, so I joined, and that's how my journey started, basically.
Beautiful, beautiful. In this day and age of pop music, it's nice to see people sort of going back into the classical music and sort of taking that forward as well. And now I know you're doing sort of a new age opera. Tell us a bit more about that and what that means.
So I tried different genres, and I tried myself in the musical theater and opera. So I just wanted to develop and see what actually I wanted to do in the future as an artist. I learned how to produce music, which I started actually in Dubai. So I spent like maybe 2-3 years, in the studio, recording myself, exploring, trying to figure out, as a producer perspective, what can I do with my voice, and trying to experiment and manipulate and all of those things. When I was younger, I also joined metal bands. I wanted to try myself in everything basically when I was younger.
Two extremes.
Exactly. But as a singer, for me it was interesting to try myself in the band. It's like a dream as a child, like to be on the stage and have a band and sing. 2 years ago, during the pandemic, I was introduced to a composer from the United States, Julian de la Chica. He's a Colombian composer, and he works in classical music. So we got introduced. I really loved his music, and we decided to virtually create an album together because it was still lockdown in the US. It was all at the end of lockdown here, so it was not possible for me to travel to US. So we kind of decided to do it virtually online.
International collaboration online.
Yes, because I have a studio at home, so it was easy for me to just record something, send it over to him. He would send me the arrangements back. So basically, he created the whole concept based on my voice. So I recorded pieces that he composed, like just the dry vocals, and that's it, no arrangement, just very basic arrangement and chords, just something like that.
Put it together.
He removed everything, and he put, based on how my voice sounds, he added and recorded production to it, to my voice. So it kind of worked.
Is this out yet? This collaboration, this album, is it?
Yeah, it was released 1 year ago. It is more now than 1 year ago. Yeah, so we released this album, and then we had a world premiere in Carnegie Hall in New York City in February 2022, a few months ago. So yeah, it was my first debut in Carnegie Hall also.
Amazing.
This album and some more music that he composed for me. So I released, with the Reference Group Music, I released 2 albums, which is Poemas de Bar, and the second album is Paisaje Nihilista, both in Spanish. But music is from Julian de la Chica, but the text is different. So the Poemas de Bar is Julian's music. And the second album, it's based on a book called Paisaje Nihilista. It's poetry written by Susan Campos Fonseca. She's from Costa Rica. She's a musicologist and philosopher, writer. So it's a collaboration between 3 of us, like the second album, and I've done actually a music video for this as well in Al Madame. Post-production was in US by a label. So yeah, it's beautiful because it's abandoned, it's dark, it's sand, it's like matches the topic of the song, yeah.
Where do you see the music scene here going for the next 5, 10, 15 years?
I've done actually work also with different artists, so not just classical music but also electronic music producers. This scene is really booming here. There's a lot of great DJs and producers in town because we have many clubs, and so that scene is well developed, and there's a lot of international musicians come here to perform and play. Also, I worked with a contemporary artist. Recently, I had a show at Toda. We've done a collaboration with a British artist, Sean Stamp, and he created visual for me. So when I was singing my music, there was a digital art happening behind, creating like ambiance and so on.
Art disciplines.
Yeah, I like the art scene here. I combined those things together. I recently performed for Art Dubai, so I had a concert for them as part of the Art Week.
Super. Thank you so much, Yana Mann. It was an amazing conversation with yourself, and thank you so much for the performance. You took the house down, literally. Thank you for being with us. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Well, thank you for watching another DXB Music Scene. My name is Arkham, and hope you enjoyed it.